Florida is one of the best states in the country to work surplus funds. Over 49,000 foreclosure cases in 2021 alone, and that number has not slowed down yet, which means the lists are full, the overages are real, and the opportunity is sitting right there for anyone who knows what they are doing. But here is the thing nobody talks about enough. Florida is also one of the easiest states to get stuck in if you do not know the county-specific rules. Small mistakes can easily lead to claim rejections, months of wasted work, and former homeowners left waiting on money that you promised them. I have been doing this since 2018. I have worked cases across Florida, and I have seen really good agents get knocked out by these exact traps. So today, I am going to walk you through the top 5. If you have not watched my previous videos on how to find surplus funds lists and how to close them, go watch those after this one. Links are in the description, and the card is on the top right, because this video builds on all of that. Let's get into it. Mistake 1. Filing the wrong forms for the wrong county. Most agents assume that if something worked in one Florida county, it will work in another. It will not. Every county in Florida has its own filing requirements, its own forms, and its own standards for what a complete claim package looks like. Miami-Dade, for example, has a specific claim form that is required for their process. You cannot substitute it with a generic document, and you cannot use the form from Broward or Palm Beach or anywhere else. If you send in the wrong form, they do not call you to let you know. They reject it or sit on it, and you find out weeks later when you follow up and realize the clock has been ticking the whole time. Broward has its own set of quirks. They require proof of identity and relationship documentation attached to the claim package. A lot of agents forget to include those attachments because they are not on every other county's checklist. The fix is simple. Before you file anything in any Florida county, go to that county's official website. Find the clerk's office or the tax deed department. Download and read their exact instructions, and then read them again. I also keep a county-by-county log of exactly what worked in each county, so I never have to figure it out twice. Mistake number 2, getting notarization wrong. Everyone knows that documents need to be notarized, but the notarization requirements are not the same across every Florida county. Some counties require specific wording in the notary acknowledgement. Some require additional stamps. And in certain counties, the notary must be physically present at the time of signing, which sounds obvious, but people try to work around it, and it creates problems every time. When you get this wrong, the county flags the document as improperly notarized, the claim gets delayed or rejected, and now you are back to coordinating signatures and notary appointments while the client is counting on you to get everything right the first time. Before you have any document notarized for a Florida claim, confirm the specific notarization standard for that county. Do not assume that what worked in one county transfers over. Mistake number 3, missing the filing deadline. I covered deadlines in my mistakes video, but for Florida specifically, this deserves its own mention because the window can be tighter than people expect. Some post-auction deadlines in Florida are as short as 30 days. That is not a lot of time when you are also tracking down the homeowner, getting documents signed, and building out the full claim package. Agents get so focused on getting everything perfect that they lose track of the calendar. And then they go to file, and the window is already closed. The funds are already lost, and the case is dead. The moment you identify a case, the first thing you write down is the deadline. Everything else gets built around that date. Mistake number 4, misidentifying the rightful claimant. This one is more common than it should be. Agents see a name on a surplus funds list. They do a quick search, they find someone with the same last name at a nearby address, and they reach out, assuming they have the right person. In counties like Osceola, even a minor error in identifying the claimant can result in an automatic rejection. Also, if you contact the wrong person and share details about the case, you have now created a situation where someone who is not entitled to the funds wants to claim them. That creates complications you do not want. To avoid this, do your due diligence properly. Verify and cross-reference the name on the deed with the county records, the property appraiser's database, and your skip tracing tools before you reach out to anyone. Mistake number 5, falling behind on regulation changes. You see, Florida's rules around surplus funds recovery are not static. Statutes get amended, counties update their internal procedures, and what was the correct process 6 months ago may have an additional requirement today. Agents who think they have Florida figured out and stop paying attention are the ones who get blindsided by a procedural change that invalidates their filing. Every few months, check the statutes that govern your work. specifically Florida Statute 45.032 for foreclosure surplus and Florida Statute 197.582 for tax deed surplus. Check the county websites you file in regularly. And if you are working in Florida seriously, consider building a relationship with a Florida licensed real estate attorney who can flag changes before they become problems for you. Florida is genuinely one of the best states to work in this business. The volume is there, the overages are real, and the opportunity is consistent, but you have to work with the complexity that comes with it. Every trap I just walked you through is avoidable. The agents who get hit by these are not unlucky. They just did not do the prep work. If you want the full system, the documents, the county-specific checklists, the scripts for talking to homeowners, and everything else you need to work in Florida the right way, head over to overageacquisition.com and enroll in my course today. Everything I know from 7+ years of doing this professionally is laid out step by step inside. Link is in the description below. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe so you do not miss the next one, and drop a comment telling me which of these 5 traps surprised you the most. I read every single one. See you in the next video.